don't know. You're protecting yourself. So when we do this, especially for guys, we're protecting ourselves. And in this class, we need to be vulnerable, we need to be open, we need to get into those I'm not sure feelings and be open, because it makes us feel like people are seeing us, and yes, they're seeing you, but we very trust them. So you're feeling, let's go faster. You're feeling flabbergasted. You're flabbergasted and you're surrounded. Happy. Let's all do the sound. Happy.
I started Yenze to train actors in acting, in movement, and in voice, because these are the core areas of acting, both for theater and for film.
You reach up and then you just fall forward. Exactly, this is why it's not my favorite.
I made them specifically practical because at Makerere, at universities around Kampala, we have theory-centered classes. We have a lot of people coming into the industry. They're all up in their heads. They know the theory. They know what Meisner and Stanislavski is. They've read the books, they've read the scripts, they know the equipment. Now translating that into the body. But acting and performance is a body-informed skill. Actors need to get it from their heads into their body to communicate the story, to communicate the stories of the society around them. So Yenze Theatre Conservatoire focuses on acting, it focuses on the voice, it focuses on the movement, and we delve deep into who are you, why are you, and what do you want to do. At the end of the 8 weeks, so our curriculum is 8 weeks long, and we have a showcase at the end and a certificate program. At the end of the 8 weeks, I don't want great actors. I want people who know who they are and are able to speak for themselves with confidence, to walk into the room and wow judges and wow auditioners, saying, what's this unique factor about you? Why are you able to wow me even though you don't have what we call talent? You were not like the best person auditioning, but there's something about you that echoes confidence, and we want you on our team. That is a Yenze Theatre Conservatoire person. And we need more of those in the industry so that we have a common language. And I look forward to a day when most of Kampala is Yenze Theatre Conservatoire, and we're speaking the common language. We have the same warm-ups, we have the same way of approaching work, and it's just excellence at its best. That's Yenze.
Can't you, won't you, don't. Again, can't you, won't you, don't you. Awesome.
As a student of journalism, this can really help me when I'm anchoring news. I will be able to project some words and I will be loud and clear. Because as a journalist, you're always supposed to be loud and you have to communicate. So you're supposed to bring out the message clearly. So this alignment and articulation will help me bring out the exact words that are supposed to be brought out. Like, for example, there are some people that pronounce a D like a T and a T like a D. So you have to show them the difference so that they're able to understand what is it that you're saying, and they're able to also pick the meaning from that. So alignment and articulation can really help us a lot in life.
If you want to hit a high note and you do this, your body is going to know, oh, it's high, therefore I can't reach it. But if you do this, it knows it's low and I can reach it. So you trick your body, hence your voice, and you go,
voice, speaking, in the end, it's all words. So even if you're voicing it or writing it down, to me it's all the same thing. And I feel like because today it made it easier, all the practices and exercises that we did made it easier for me to speak. So I feel like I can find a way to put that into writing and actually make my writing way easier when it comes to scripts.
So then everything we've talked about goes into goals. So it happens in pre-production, that's the planning process. So there's a casting call that goes out, and then you identify the crew at this point. Who do you want to film your story? Usually the directors, writers. Before in the past, writers never used to direct their own stuff. So when you write, you identify a director you really like, either online or through the films you've seen, and they have a producer, and then you tell them the director you want to direct your story. But now, luckily, things have changed. People are directing their own work. So before in the past, when I say the past, guys, this is like 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will say being a female and a producer and in film, which is dominated by men, is not it's not an easy thing, but it's also easy. Because the thing, I'll start with, I'm always the only female person amongst all my friends who are male, who are very dominant, but I dominate them. And not in a very like any kind of way, but I'm just like, I'm very confident and I believe in myself, and I feel that's one of the things that makes me navigate the industry. But going back to the apprentices, I will say I've not seen them in any other class, but they were on fire in my class. First of all, they didn't know who this lady is about. I began my class with introducing ourselves because I suck at remembering people's names. I was like, I want nicknames. So everyone had to come up with a nickname. But for me, I believe being a female in this industry, you have to believe in yourself first before you want people to believe in you. And I feel like that's one of the things that has made me strong and very long-lasting in this industry, not in a very annoying way. The art industry and mainly film industry is not the kind of job that pays you every day, but it starts with believing in yourself, because then you believe that you're going to be able to get jobs every other time, and then also be able to lead people. And I'm a producer, so I'm pretty much in charge of every element of production. I connect with people from a personal level to a professional level to like a friendly level, so I get to interact with a lot of people. So by the time I leave my house, I know how I want to be out there and what makes me comfortable, so that's why I'm able to navigate these places. I'm very, very proud of the apprentices because I've seen most of them actually carry on some of the things we talked about. Like, I love how June is always, like when we were on set, they got a chance to come on set for the project we're working on right now. I was like, oh, Miss Patience told us in the class, so is this when this is happening? So this is pre-production, we're blocking. I didn't know what blocking is, what is almost. But for me, again, when I went into the first class I had with the apprentices, I was like, I'm not here to teach you, I'm here to learn and share. I believe mentoring and teaching people or young people who are coming into the industry, it shouldn't feel like they're coming back to classes that they just left. And we are all artists, we share knowledge, we learn from each other and teach each other. So I believe this mentorship program has been very good and like a good reminder of how little knowledge people have about film, about production, about the art. But then it was also an awakening moment of how much knowledge I have about film production, about every last person on a film set. So it was really refreshing and nice for me. And it was good to see that the participants were taking in, the apprenticeship people were taking in the knowledge and trying to understand to the last detail.
So my highlights were when there was a specific scene that I cannot speak about right now, but seeing it live on set was really dope because I really felt the emotions. It's definitely watching how car scenes are filmed. Totally different than I imagined, but it's really dope. Yeah. The directors shoot their scenes and why they choose to shoot it like that. And I realized shooting a scene is like deeper than just holding a camera up while they're acting. Like you even with shooting, you have a goal that you're trying to get. So yeah, that's very intriguing to me.
The one thing that I'm loving about the program is the change of the scenery. It's not just a one place thing where you're just learning things, you know. We are being brought in the field, and yeah, we see the hustles that go on in the film industry, and I love that. I plan to do a few documentaries and stories. Yeah, I plan to do, with the knowledge that I'm getting from this film apprenticeship program, I plan to, you know, have my own way of telling stories, you know, maybe with documentaries and short stories. That's what I prefer, yeah.
When we were on set, I saw it's kind of challenging because all the time there would be cut, action, cut, action. They would repeat like one scene over like 5 times. And I saw making a movie is not really something easy. We always sit down, like enjoy what we see on TV, even reach the point of criticizing the people that made it, not knowing where this hard work has come from. Being on set has helped me to open up my mind and limit my criticizing on things. At least now I know that behind something, there is always hard work. I really felt represented because usually people imagine that stuff for making movies is basically for men and they don't see women doing it. But having a female as the director, as the producer, as the AD, as sound, it was really motivating. It made me feel that really women, we are going places. And right now, we are doing a lot. So we don't have to think about what others say that women can't do things. Women can do a lot more than you can imagine.
Camera speeding?
Let's take it up to the end.
Got it? Episode 2, scene 2C, shot 3, take 2, reshoot camera B.
So Yenze was looking to reach at least 8 participants, 8 apprentices for this apprenticeship. We like working with small numbers because you get that one-on-one, intense questions answered sort of feel. And I want people to feel like they are networking and getting to know the people in the industry rather than having this large group and then you really don't know anybody, you can't feel like you're connected, you're not remembered. I want people to feel like they're remembered what is taught, and it's a small enough group of people for you to feel like you're friends. So we aimed for 8 people. Ideally, we would have loved to have 4 girls, 4 boys. And we put out a call out, a casting call or an audition call on social media, on email, on every platform, on WhatsApp, and allowed people to apply. We have so far got 6 people. And even when I say 6 people, it didn't all come at once. And it was sort of like by word of mouth after people had done the orientation. And we have more males than females in this apprenticeship. I think this is due to the fact that in the performance industry in Uganda, a lot of people don't feel like they need to apply, and they want to be called. They want to be selected and know that I was selected, I am special. They also don't know what they don't know. So you'd say we're having an apprenticeship for filmmaking, someone has attended an audition or a film set once, and they're like, I know filmmaking, I was there. So they don't feel any urge or unction in themselves to go and learn more and discuss more. So we have a couple of new bodies to the industry, and this is surprising because you'd think the ones who are already in the industry would apply for a program, an apprenticeship like this one. But we have new people, which is great. They get an awesome start to the industry. But we would have loved to have more individuals, more young people, more young emerging artists, especially ladies, to train, to nurture, and to just watch their journey through Yenze and into the industry.
Would I advise anyone to come for this apprenticeship? Let me see. No, I'm joking. I definitely would, because it's as people in the arts industry, we need information. We need to educate ourselves. We need to be informed. So opportunities like these are things we should really hold on to. We should really take advantage of. We should really milk, because they make us better. This apprenticeship, just like the acting school with Yenze, they're all super important. I think that answers. And they'll improve your craft in fantastic ways, and they'll make you such a, they'll win you that Oscar.
I think that's it. Losing his words.
I feel like women can do more. I didn't know that women can do things that we didn't know that they can do, because when you're out there, you see things on camera, you see things on your screen, you don't know what actually was taking place in the background. You think maybe it was only a cameraman there with maybe some few lights, but I got to know that it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Very many people to come together and have one goal. Yeah. I saw women working like the AD, doing her work, very focused. It was interesting. It's good to see women getting involved in such things,
The Yenze Theatre Apprenticeship, filmmaking apprenticeship, has been an eye-opener for me as a mentor and ideator of this. One, there is so much that it isn't known. So as soon as I started, right from orientation day and the first class, which I taught, which was acting, I realized the information I wanted to give needed to be broken down into even smaller portions. And that was surprising for me, but it was also a door opening. I was like, oh, we can do this. This is something that is needed and it's doable. I noticed that the apprentices were eager to gain the information, but there was not enough external exposure to that sort of life in Kampala. So the references we had were from the Western world. In my own class, I used a script, a Hollywood script. In the editing class, we also used, Western films to describe what good filmmaking is. Production as well. The production class used external Western-centric methods. And this showed me that, okay, there is a method to the madness. It's Western-centric. How can I create a curriculum, a formula that works here in Uganda? How can Yenze keep nurturing young talent to find their own voice, find their methodology for UG, not for the Western world, for UG that works here, because production in Uganda is way different from production even just in neighborhood, our neighbors, Kenya, Rwanda. It's different. So developing that lingua, and I had noticed in most of our classes we were saying, ideally it should be like this, but in Uganda, so I look forward to a day when that is taken away and we can say it actually works like this, and we expect you on set at this time, and this is how a full day runs, this is what a call sheet looks like. So as a producer, I saw a lot of opening and potential to do more programs like this. I'm thankful to UNDP for creating a platform, funding platform especially, to make it possible the first time. So I look forward to more collaborations.